It's almost that time of the year again. FGOTY, which is the Field Guides Association of Southern Africa, presents Safari Guide of the Year 2022. My name is David Batsoffen, and together with FGOTY, I present In Conversation With. And today, I'm in conversation with guest judge this year, that's Gawie Grobler. Gawie, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, David, and there you are. Thank you for the time to chat.
It's only a pleasure. So, firstly, where do we find you today? It's just so nice. You're so lucky. It looks like you live in the bush.
Yeah, we as a family, we're quite fortunate. We live close to Tabazimbi, out in a small little wildlife estate. Yeah, so I arrived home last night after spending the week at Lion Sands.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be here for a few days. Yeah, and then also preparing to go to the competition, which is coming up. And I suppose that's why we're chatting this morning.
It's just a few weeks away. So with that in mind, are you ready to face the Safari Guide of the Year 2022 questionnaire?
Yes, I'm ready. So throw it. Let's see what comes out.
All right. If you could give the finalists words of advice at this particular point, with just a few weeks to go, what would it be?
Well, I mean, I'm going to approach it from a point where I've been a finalist in the very first Safari Guide of the Year, which is 11 years ago. And then also being in the fortunate position to have hosted it for a couple of years, the last 2 years. So what I've picked up over there, and the advice that I would like to give to them, is that they must enjoy it. It is one of the most prestigious accolades, or how can I say, invitations that you as a guide in your guiding career can be invited to. You will make friends. The camaraderie amongst a lot of you will be incredible. Cherish that friendships that you will make, and please use it, because you are going to be in contact with those people for the rest of your guiding career. It's long-lasting friendships that you'll build, and not only with the contestants which you'll be competing against, but also the people that's hosting the event and everybody that's there with you. I mean, the judges, as much as the word judge come on, they will actually be your friend. They're not there to catch you out or so on. So enjoy it, remember it. And and at the end of the day, I know that you will be an ambassador for it.
Great stuff. Now, what activities should they be focused on? Because they're going to be tested on a variety of skills, including things like hospitality, storytelling, and the one that tends to scare most of these finalists, birds and bird ID and bird call ID.
Yeah, so if birding is not really a strong point, I would definitely suggest that you brush up on your calls and your IDs. I can't tell you how to do it. Everybody's got their own way of learning. My way was always, you need to page through the book, look at as many pictures as possible of these animals, and then bird calls. That'll definitely help you on that. With regards to the rest of the activities, this is pretty much what you as a guide do on a daily basis if you're a full-time guide.
Right.
I know some of the contestants are at training facilities and so on, so they don't do it every day, but in any case, they still host their students which they work with. So from my side, I mean, concentrate on what you do daily, what you're not comfortable with. Some might not be comfortable with shooting, so I would definitely recommend that you go for a few practice rounds before the competition, and then also maybe on the shooting, just like maybe run a couple of miles before you get there, because there's going to be an interesting turn on the shooting assessment.
I think I'm going to bring my air rifle with me. I can't afford proper rounds. Can I shoot with a pellet gun?
Well, yeah, let's see. Maybe somebody brings a couple of extra rounds.
Okay, fair enough. Gawie, when it comes to storytelling, is less more?
That's quite a difficult question, because I mean, I'm a detailed person. So for me, if I can know more detail about the story, if if somebody can paint that canvas for me in detail so that I can, in my imaginary mind, see actually what he's talking about or what she's talking about, I get a clearer picture and I almost live myself into the story that they're telling. So for me, more on storytelling is always better.
Okay.
I mean, there's different ways to tell stories and so on, but for me personally, more is more.
More is more. Great stuff. Now, you mentioned you were a finalist in 2011, so you've been there and done this. But now you're on the other side of the fence, so to speak. Now you're a judge. How strict are you going to be? Knowing what you do as a knowing that you've been there and you've got the T-shirt, so to speak.
Look, David, several of the categories you will be, I mean, like shooting for that matter, there's always a scoring system over there. So there is no, how can I say, strict or non-strict. What you shoot or what you deliver is the points that you will get.
Okay.
But with regards to the rest, we have got the best nominated safari guides for 2022 in South Africa at the college. So there's going to be a level of strictness and with regards to judging the competition, but it's not going to be a thing where it's like, yeah, but you should have done that or you should have done that and so on. We are not there to catch you out.
Yeah,
we are there to see who Gawie is as a guide out there. The people that's nominated him obviously nominated him for a reason. He accepted the challenge and now he's been nominated as one of the candidates. So at the end of the day, it will be a competition, but like I said, it won't be too strict where it's like, okay, this guy is not worthy or whatever the case might be.
All right, great stuff. Now we know how the finalists are going to be preparing. They're going to be running, jumping, and not so much of the standing still between now and the competition date. There's a lot for them to do. How does Gawie, as a judge, prepare himself for the event?
I suppose it's all got to do with the frame of mind and what we would like to achieve at the end of the day. At the end of the day, we are looking at the higher standards, and I'm going to prepare myself by thinking about what I would have done in those situations and how I would have reacted. And if I was in that situation, how the judges, because I know some of them and the way they operate and so on, and what they would have expected. It's like playing a rugby match, basically. You got to know who your referee is, and you got to know your opponent. So that's basically how I would have prepared. Yeah.
Fair enough. And finally, what is it? Let me phrase this carefully now, because I don't want to scare you off. What is there about Gawie that you don't want the finalists to know until the competition is over?
Well, then I can't tell you. What I don't think they should know about me. It's quite a difficult question. I'm quite an outgoing person. I love to be around other people. Being in the same room as the same like-minded people, it challenges me to be better than what I was before. And I hope that it's going to be the same when we get to the competition this year.
Great stuff. Gawie, thanks so much for chatting to me. I look forward to seeing you again at the end of June. It's always a pleasure to spend time with you. It really and truly is. Have yourself a great day, and looking forward to Safari Guide of the Year 2022.
Perfect, David, and thank you for your time. Myself as well, looking forward to seeing you again, and let's see what fun and games comes out of this one.
Gawie Grobler, who is my guest here in conversation with.